I am continuing my reading here. And what I'm doing in this series is I'm reading through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I'm reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Right now, I am reading in the book of Exodus. This will be chapter 20. The Lord reveals the Ten Commandments. Israel is to bear witness that the Lord has spoken from heaven. They are forbidden to make gods of silver and gold. They are to make altars of unhewn stones and to sacrifice to the Lord thereon. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Just a couple notes here. Jealousy here. He is a jealous God. There's a difference between jealousy and envy. Envy is when you desire what other people have. If I'm envious of what you have, I want what you have. If I am jealous, then I want what is mine, and I don't want you to have it. So to be a jealous husband is to not want to share your wife. She's yours. She's your wife. If I am a jealous husband, then I don't want to share my wife. And that doesn't mean in just physical intimacy. That can be many, many, many things. I don't want to share her time. You can take jealousy too far. But God says he is a jealous God. Why? Because he has deserved certain respect, certain worship, and he does not want to share it. It is his. He is claiming it. He is saying, you don't give what is mine to somebody else. So I also note when he says, any graven image, any likeness of anything in heaven above, in the earth beneath, or in the waters under the earth. This is because the pagan gods, especially in Egypt, but in most other places, the altars or shrines or statues of the gods would have images of animals like, Anubis is a jackal-headed god. Hathor has the head of a cow. Baal himself in the land of Canaan, he was known as the bull. His symbol was the bull. So he's making direct reference to these pagan gods, saying, do not do what they were doing. Verse 7, Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Now, a quick note on this one. I do have to mention something on this one real quick. Taking the Lord's name in vain is not just using his name as swearing. That's bad, but it's not the same. It's not the full context. To take the Lord's name in vain is to claim the authority of God when he has not given it to you. So when somebody stands up and they say they are a prophet of God, and God did not call them as a prophet, they are taking the Lord's name in vain because they are claiming his authority when they don't actually have it. I don't know if I made any sense there, but let's continue. Verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So, this is what's talking about envy here, covet. To be coveting is to be envious. That's what it's talking about. I think the rest of that was pretty self-explanatory. Verse 18. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. Okay. Here's the deal on that last part. The people are hearing this. When God gives the Ten Commandments in this chapter, the people are hearing his voice. He is talking directly to them, and they are scared. And they back away and say, Oh, no. We liked it better when Moses talked to us. God's scary. And Moses said, Well, he just wanted to really shock you here so that you didn't forget. He wanted to really beat this into you. And the people said, Look, we get it. Now. We're done with that. You talk to us. You can talk to God, and then you talk to us, and we'll be all good. But then I like the last part there. When you make an altar to God, it is of unhewn stone, meaning you can't shape it. You just take stones, pile them up into an altar. If the tool comes on it, it is polluted, because pagan altars were made specially fit stones into certain patterns and everything. And God said, No, we're not doing that. Natural stones. Take the stones, build an altar. But he also says no steps. You can't go up the steps. The reason for this, apparently, is because when you walk up steps, you could lift your tunic, your garments up, and reveal a little more than you're supposed to. So a ramp was built up to the altar so that you didn't have to raise your legs too high in order to get to the altar. It's a very interesting thing, and but we'll leave it there. I do like this chapter, and I'll see you in the next one.